Hey people, what's going on? Guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to piss somebody off. But seriously, folks, those of you who know me, those of you who've known me half my life, all my life, family members, longtime friends, you've known even before I've developed into who have become to sustain the success that I've been, receiving or achieving. But I've always been a person who bring it from the hip. I'm an in-your-face kind of guy. So those of you who kind of like just now knowing me via social media, I'm unapologetic for that. I mean, that's what you will have to deal with who I am. How you doing, Diane Rosier? That's something you have to deal with in terms of who I am. I'm an in-your-face kind of guy. I'm not afraid to call bullshit. I'm not. Why? Because I'm just not. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid to say what I have to say or what needs to be said. I'm the guy who does not care. So, am I rude? No, I'm not rude. You know, I won't come at anybody in a rude way, but I will say things that needs to be said. And I've never held back any data from anybody. So, I know I put a post up earlier that said, y'all post more stuff about Donald Trump than the actual people who loves him. Then I asked, what do you want, a Donald Trump doll? And a few people, apparently a few people got a little agitated about it. And they may have took it in the wrong manner. Maybe they feel like they one of those ones who always post about Donald Trump. But see, the post didn't apply to them. It applies to people that I see on my timeline who've always been posting about Donald Trump, but have never posted anything about Obama. If you love a candidate, if you love someone, then share that you love that person. Don't be biased. Don't, share information on a person that you claim you hate. Ladies, now I'm glad so far only ladies is on this post. Ladies, you've been involved with men, you've been married or whatever, and when you no longer having a connection with that guy, you break up with him, you divorce him or what have you, do you still go back and share anything that you want to share about that person? Do you? So my thing is, if that person is no longer matter to you, why the hell you keep posting? Why the hell you keep talking about it? So if you don't like Donald Trump, why do you keep branding his name? Because that's all you're really doing, people. You are branding somebody that you hate. It's called, I'm going to share something with you. It's called extreme marketing. That's exactly what made him the president. If he can make enough people mad at him, if he can make enough people hate him, he knew and he knows that they would post more about him than the actual people who is in love with him. True statement. Let me prove that fact to you. That's called extreme marketing. That's taking marketing to another level, to an extreme level. Here's another reason. Here's another proof of how that works, folks. The people who support your business the most are actually strangers. How many of you are in business for yourself, whether it's network marketing or you have something on your own that you're trying to brand into the world? How long have you been trying to get your own family to support you, but found that the most support that you're getting are actually from total strangers? You see, most people, hey Hardy Bell, most people who are successful, they got their success from total strangers. It's called branding. It's called marketing. So when you have someone like a Donald Trump, when he ran for office, his strategies is to get the more people that hate him than people who love him. And he will get the attention. James Arthur Ray said this once. He said it so many times. He said, energy flows where attention goes. You guys get what I'm saying? Let me repeat what he said. Energy flows where attention goes. So you guys promoted him more than the people who loved him. And you got him right into the damn presidency. and you're still doing it. It's like you don't freaking learn shit. It's like cancer, folks. This is why people die from a lot of different things like cancer. Not all cancer cases, but in a lot of cancer cases. You develop cancer. If you don't want cancer no more, then do what you need to do to reverse the cancer. But people keep living with it, but when they're in a good position to actually get rid of the cancer. It's the same way when ladies want to date guys who are just simple as hell. If you say, don't complain about them if you're not going to get rid of them. Don't complain about Donald Trump if all you're going to do is keep posting his material, posting his brand. You are actually branding Donald Trump, folks. Listen, do you know how much it costs? Do you know how much it even costs to brand yourself on Facebook? It costs money to brand on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. You have to pay money to brand yourself if you really, really want to get an ad out there. But as long as he has his haters doing it for him, that's saving advertising dollars for him. So, folks, you got to understand something. I don't care. You can try to say you're just sharing knowledge or you're sharing education. That's bullcrap. It's all a bunch of bullcrap. If you hate the man, stop posting his stuff. Stop giving him all of your energy. You talking about education? There's plenty of things to be educated about. Are you reading? You want to talk about education? Did you pick up a book? Are you reading something? Come on, folks. Are you reading? You want to talk about education? Don't come to me with this bull crap about, oh, did people sharing education? You're not sharing education. You're sharing hatred and biasness. That's exactly what you're sharing. Are you educating? That's the same as somebody who's trying to throw shade on you on a slide, but try to camouflage or cover it up with, oh, I'm only joking. Folks, I call BS wherever I need to call it, and I call it wherever I see it. So you coming to me is nothing with that, oh, we sharing information. That is nothing but pure excuses. Pure crap. Pure BS. I did a post about a week or two ago about get rid of the gray areas. Life is about black and white, folks. The universe operates in several different universal laws. And there are 7 of them that I always talk about. Okay? One of the main ones is called the law of vibration. Everything moves and nothing rests. So wherever you providing your energy, folks, your attention, the energy is going to surround that area. You putting your energy there. You put what you have in your bank account. If you don't like what's in your bank account, you did it. See, Earl Nightingale once said, we're all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. You see, as soon as somebody comes around that you don't like, you want to automatically be a volunteer victim. Get the hell out of here with this. Pick yourself up. Brush off your damn knees and put your bootstrap to the pavement and work. Work. Simple as that. Simple as that. If you're going to keep whining, you might as well go to the store, get you a whole block of cheese to go with your damn wine. Period. Because it don't matter who the president is. The same people who are doing bad, doing President Trump, were the same people doing bad, doing President Obama. Your bank account ain't changed. Your mindset has not changed. Your way of doing business has not changed. The president of the United States has nothing to do with your goddamn bank account. Has nothing to do with your darn education. You have the right to educate your damn self. Pick up a book and start reading, damn it. Stop being a volunteer victim. Stop claiming because of some certain person holds a particular office that you can't win. You post more stuff about this man than people who actually is a fan of his. Who gives a heck about him? You should be giving a crap about how you're going to be providing your own family, your future, your community, and those who are looking up to you. You see, folks, this is what you don't get. This is what you don't understand. Whether you believe it or not, there are people are looking and believing in you. You a total disaster sitting around here whining about a damn president. A total disaster. And I don't care what your political stance is. I don't follow politics. There are 3 dogmas I don't follow because these 3 dogmas is tearing this world apart. The first dogma is politics. Second dogma is religion. The third dogma is racism. They all one and the same. They all do the same things. They divide and polarize people. And you're following behind it because you're following this president. You're following this council member, or this mayor. And all the energy is going into them rather than going into building your own empire, building up your own community. You see, you want to keep going and asking them to help you. They're not going to help you, folks. Every time you see these people in office, they are there strictly for their agenda and for those agenda who is like them. When are you going to finally get it? There's a term that I use a lot. Quit your bitching. You have the power to create anything that you want to create. Yes, it's going to take plenty of work. Yes, it's going to take plenty of studying. It's going to take plenty of reading. You're going to have to pick some books up, folks. Don't tell me that people are sharing this bull crap about Donald Trump is a way of educating people, because I'm calling pure bullshit. This is your education. Pick up a book and read it. There's a statistics that shows that 80%, at least 80% of college graduates do not pick up a book again in their life after they graduated from college. What was the last book you've read? And more importantly, what was the last book you've written? Do you have a blog? Do you have any intellectual properties that you've created that you own patents for? Here is mine. Here is mine. I didn't got time to sit around and bitch about Donald Trump. I don't have time to sit around and keep posting stuff about Donald Trump all friggin' day. My time and energy is going into both of my companies, J. Lee Speaks and Whine Global. Hard work, man. Hard friggin' work. You gotta work hard. You gotta work smart. You gotta work hard. You gotta work smart. You ain't got time to sit around here worrying about some damn president who never had an agenda for any of you anyway. Truth be told, and you might get mad at me for saying this, Obama ain't have an agenda for you either. If you want me to, I told you guys, I'm going to bring it from the hip. Your focus should be on your brand. Your focus should be on your future, your family, your community. So stop getting mad at me because I call BS. Because you weren't so-called worried about education when Obama was in office. Did you post a whole lot of stuff about Obama in an attempt to educate people? Hell no. My timeline was never filled with a whole lot of Obama stuff. And I got people on my time. I got 5,000 friends. I got people on my timeline who hated Obama, but they never post anything about him. Once every blue moon. Because they didn't care. How you doing, Dolavera? They didn't care. They still built their empires anyway. But you want to play a volunteer victim. Don't get mad at me. Take that anger out on some education. Read a freaking book. Pick a book up. Pick one up. I got books all over here. Ask me about some books if you want to know what books to read. Or what it is you're trying to do. Tell me what you're trying to do in your life, in your business, and I'll tell you exactly the type of books you can read. Okay? Start with Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And you want to pick this one up too, The Millionaire Next Door. You want to pick that up. You also want to pick up Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, because this is exactly what I'm talking about right now. Change your mind and change your life. Because if you want to be a volunteer victim because of a president, then that's all you're ever going to be for the remainder of your life is a victim. You're welcome, Dolavera. It's all you're ever going to be is a victim. And you're going to fill your life with excuses. Thank you, Dolavera. I have to sign it for you. You have to pick yourself up, people. Because let me tell you something. All the excuses that you can bring to me, all the excuses that you can put up in your head, the universe doesn't care. See, the universe only operates in black and white. You're living in all the gray areas. That's why you're not winning. See, you got to get rid of the gray. Get some cheese to go with your wine. If that's all you're going to do is wine. All you're going to do is wine, get some cheese. One thing is a pet peeve of mine is soft-ass people. Male or female. Don't say, oh, but she's a female. That's how the universe doesn't care. The universe operates off energy. Energy, folks. The universe, I'm going to say that again. The universe operates off energy. That's why people wonder, how come bad things happen to good people? It's because good people ain't having the right energy process. The vibration is not coming from them. Don't matter how good you are. Don't matter how bad you are. You cannot negotiate with universal laws. And I'm going to tell you a universal law, which one of them is called, is the law of gravity. You could be a good person. You could be a bad person. Whether you're female or male. If you walk and jump off a building, the law of gravity says your behind is going to hit the ground, no matter who you are, good or bad. That's just the bottom line, folks. That's what you got to understand. This is why people are not winning, because they don't understand the laws of attraction. They don't know this. They don't know the 7 natural laws of the universe. They don't know about the law of vibration. They don't know about the law of gestation. They don't know about the law of polarity, the law of transmutation, okay, the law of cause and effect. They don't know about the law of correspondence. They don't know about these laws, folks. And if you teach them about them, they're going to tell you they don't believe in them. But let me tell you something. These laws apply to your life whether you believe them or not. That's why if you take a look at things in your life right now, take a look at what's going on in your life that you don't like, and then think about the energy that you put there. What's causing it? You know, Earl Nightingale said we're all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. So don't tell me that people are sharing information about Donald Trump for the sake of education and knowledge. That is pure bullshit, folks. That is complete bias. Bullshit. I'm going to call it all day. And I'm unapologetic about it. And I can stand my own too. Come for me anytime you want. Because you're not going to beat me in my office. Pick up a freaking book. If you want to say people posting for education, how many of them are actually reading stuff? How many of them are actually studying stuff and sharing that information? See, that's what you call sharing for information. If you are really sharing information and knowledge, tell me where your research lies. Tell me where you're reading great information and you say you want to share this to enlighten the people. You're not sharing to enlighten nobody. You're sharing because you want to bash somebody. You don't want to pick yourself up, so you want to down somebody else. I don't care what that man does as the president of the United States. I refuse to let what he does dictate my life. I own this life. This is mine. This is the millionaire next door, Diane Rosier. So, folks, too many people living in the gray areas. When you call people on their bullshit, they want to throw excuses in the game. You know, oh, people are sharing information about Donald Trump because they're sharing knowledge. Yeah, that to me, that equates to, I'm not trying to offend you, I'm only telling a joke. Same difference. Put your bootstraps to the pavement, folks. If it's going to be, it's up to me. It ain't up to no Donald Trump. It ain't up to no Putin. It ain't up to Maxine Waters. It ain't up to nobody. It's up to me. I'm the CEO of my own life. I'm the CEO. I'm the author of my life. Just as you are. Stop giving your authoring titles to Donald Trump. Unless you're going to walk around and buy yourself a Donald Trump doll. Because you act like every time you want to post about the man, it's like you're fascinated by the man. You're putting your own self in a situation that you don't want to be in. You doing this, folks. You are. He's running his own agendas. What is your agenda? See, that's the problem. Everybody wants everybody else to include them in their agendas, and they're not willing to create their own agenda. What is your agenda? Can you write a 3-page essay on your own agenda? 80% of the people can't do it. Can you write a 3 to 5 page essay on your own agenda, including your goals, your dreams and aspirations, and how far you've gotten to reaching those things so far? Can you write that? Do you own any intellectual property? Don't get mad at me because I'm calling bullshit. Either you're going to do something or you're not. What did Yoda, in Return of the Jedi, Star Wars Return of the Jedi, what did Yoda say to Luke Skywalker? When he asked Luke Skywalker to use his mind to lift his ship out of the water. And Luke Skywalker said, I'll try. You know what Yoda said? He said, do or do not. There is no try. Because try is gray area. You're either going to do something or you're not going to do it. Don't get mad at me. See, people want to try to come for me because I bring it from the hip. I said what I said, and when I said y'all are posting more about Donald Trump than the people who loves him, I said that because I know extreme marketing. He got you to do exactly what he wanted you to do. He wants you to post more about him than his own sons, his own daughter. And guess what? You did it. How the hell are you going to get mad at me for that? Because I called it. You did it. Come on, man. You did it. You did his plan worked on you. You post more of his stuff than his supporters post of him. His plan worked. That's exactly how he got into president. You want to mad? You mad? You want to delete me now, folks? Come on, folks. I'm just calling exactly what you've done. Your feelings hurt? You and your feelings? You feeling some type of way? Just remember this. Regardless of how you're feeling, remember this. You're responsible for it. And you're responsible for how you feel. Not me. So don't get mad at me because I completely called it. And then I call BS because you want to give excuses for doing it. If I don't like you, I'm not posting anything about you. I don't care nothing about you. I don't want to post your stuff. I don't want to even see your stuff. I'm going to put you in my blacklist. You're going to be blacklisted for me. I don't want to see your stuff. So why would I want to post anything about you if I don't like you? If you don't like this Donald Trump guy, then why the hell do you keep posting his stuff? And stop trying to camouflage it with you sharing knowledge and education. That's complete bullshit. Get out of the gray areas and live in either black or white. And people get mad because I call it. But guess what? I ain't going to change. I'm going to continue to call BS. So delete me now if you can't take it. I'm unapologetic for my development. I'm unapologetic for being a stand-up guy. I'm unapologetic for being successful. I'm unapologetic for bringing up people who needs to be brought up. Why am I unapologetic about it? Because I am self-made, damn it. We're all self-made. But just like Earl Nightingale, we're all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. The ones who are not successful don't want to admit that they're self-made. They want to put the blame on somebody else as to why they failed. I don't care if you get mad. I don't care if you know me for 40 years. If you can't take it, you have two options. Pick up a book and start reading to build your mental. Or just leave me the hell alone. Options, people. Pick up some books and build your mental toughness. You build your muscle toughness, your skin will get thicker. Put that in the comments, because I'm going to post that later on. If you can build your mental toughness, your skin will get thicker. Otherwise, keep playing the victim and post Donald Trump stuff all day. What did Charles Barkley say once? Poor people have been voting Democrat for 50 years, and they still broke. They still poor. Exactly what he said. Poor people have been voting Democrat for 50 years, and they still poor. Y'all haven't given that up yet? Y'all haven't found that out yet? Y'all haven't found out yet that it's time for you to start doing for self? You haven't figured out that it's time for you to start having an independent mindset, to start doing independent things, instead of sitting around waiting on a job to come knock on your damn door? I'm just saying. Y'all mad at me? Y'all mad at me? Don't be mad. Use what I'm saying as rocket fuel to build your own empire, to uplift your own community. Because if you can do these things, folks, it wouldn't matter to you who's the president. First of all, you ain't got no money, so you ain't imposing nothing. Y'all see all these people at the top? You see all them folks are billionaires. They have their own agenda. Why are you crying because they ain't including you? You ever seen kids growing up? You got the kids they got nice bicycles, and then you got one kid without a bicycle. He crying because they won't let him come ride on their bicycles with them. He crying because he don't have a bike. That part ain't funny, but it's funny when you see grown people act like that. Them folks are billionaires, and you sit around crying because they won't let you into their circle. Come on, people. I'm gonna say that again. Those folks are billionaires, but you're sitting around here crying because they won't let you into their circle. What is your circle like? You start building your own circle? Tyler Perry built his own circle, all of them rich. Spike Lee built his own circle, all of them rich. Russell Simmons built his own circle, all of them rich. There are a lot of rich groups out there, folks. Did you know that movie called The Secret? Rhonda Byrne actually went to a group of individuals, a networking group. And everybody who was in The Secret was that group that Rhonda Byrne went to. Now, all of them are rich. The Secret made all of them rich. Launched all of them. And guess who was one of those people? Lisa Nichols is one of them. In that same group, all of them are rich. See? What is your group like? See, don't worry about Donald Trump. Stop whining about Donald Trump and start creating your own group. Like-minded people. Because that's all they've done. They're all billionaires. So stop trying to whine and moan and groan because you're not in their circle. Create your own group. Like-minded people that's going to help you build empires. And everybody wins. See? That's how people are getting rich. They're getting rich in layers. Not one by one. They're getting rich in layers. When you see people, new millionaires come out, you best to believe that that millionaire was part of some group or some networking group. Just like those who were in The Secret was a part of a group. Rhonda Byrne reached out to them and asked them if they could be a part of her project called The Secret. Come on, people. You don't know that these tools are available for you? You didn't know that you can start to do these things? You got to start putting yourself in around like-minded people, people who wants to win, folks. Not people who wants to moan and groan and complain about presidents all the time. They ain't winning. Do you see rich people complaining? No, because they got too much time on their hand to keep building their empires. Poor is not circumstance. Poor is a choice. That's why they say if you want to be rich, find out what poor people do and do the exact opposite. Because they play the blame game. Rich people don't play the blame game. They take responsibility. Offer another book for you guys to read. It's called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, written by John C. Maxwell. 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, written by John C. Maxwell. See, that's the problem. Anybody read? I can tell when people are, I can look at your post, I can tell by the conversations I have with you, and I can tell if you're reading or not. That's not just a gift that I was born with, but that's because I know I'm a reader myself. I read constantly, so I automatically know who is in my circle of readers. I also know who's in my circle of authors, because authors speak a certain way. Authors speak with nothing but knowledge. Nothing but knowledge. Authors. I can tell. Just like heavy readers speak with nothing but knowledge. I can tell by the context of a person's conversation. But if I hear that you all the thing you're doing is bitching about Donald Trump all the time, I know you ain't reading. And if you are reading, you ain't doing nothing but reading books about conspiracy theories. That's another issue. We have too many conspiracy theorists, but we don't have enough. We don't have enough conspiracy solutions. You see that? You see what I'm saying, folks? Too many conspiracy theorists, but not enough conspiracy solutionists. So if you want to have a conspiracy theory about whoever, where's the solution? See, that's one thing about those folks. I have not ran across those conspiracy theorists yet that was rich. All of them are broke. All of them are broke. And that's not because they broke because they just don't have money. They're broke because they're allowing their mind and their vibration to take them into an area that's not going to help them build their wealth. Just like James Arthur Ray said, energy goes, energy flows where attention goes. Look, that's all you're going to bring your attention to is conspiracy theories all the time. Guess what? That's exactly where your bank account is headed. You're going to blame the government for not allowing you to make money. Folks, don't get mad at me. These are universal laws. You can't delete the universe. I'm only sharing you what your universal laws are like. So before you delete me, study what I'm saying first. Don't get your emotions and your feelings tied up into this. Don't get emotional. Do your homework first. And then if you're still mad, then you're going to have to delete the universe. Don't get mad at me. If you want better, then you have to become better. If you want more, you have to become more valuable. That's just universal laws. That's universal stuff. You know, there's the law of cause and effect. If you're broke, then figure out why you're broke. And address the cause of you being broke, not the effect of the brokenness. That's the difference between band-aiding and curing something. So if you're broke, figure out why you're broke and address why you're broke. That's the law of cause and effect. The law of polarity. Everything works in opposites, negative, positive, north, south, down, up, left, right, east, west. You can't use light. I have light in here. This light will not work if negative and positive were not working together. So when you try to get all of the positive, guess what happens? You will experience what is called eustress or good stress. When you're all in the negative, you're going to experience what is called distress. Now, whether you're negative or the positive, or the stress is good or the stress is bad, they both have the same effect on your body. That's why the law of polarity exists, for balance. If negative and positive were not working in a balance, you couldn't have light. You can't turn on your car. And just like Tesla, they have electric cars. Those cars would not work if negative and positive were not working simultaneously. Now, if you don't want one, you can direct the negative to where you want it to be. But you're never going to get rid of negative. That's a fact, Jack. I'm only sharing how the universe works. I've been studying this for so long. I've learned how to meditate and have out-of-body experiences. I can tap into a spiritual realm. I've gotten to a point where I can teach people how to do that same thing. This is why I don't follow religion, because I found it all bullcrap. Once I've learned and gotten in touch with my medium abilities and studied hard and practiced on meditation, understanding my 7 chakra centers. That's why people can't debate what I know. They can only debate what they believe versus what I've experienced. There's a difference, folks. A hardcore difference. So if you want better in life, you have to become better. Everything around you will grow when you grow. Not when Donald Trump says it's going to grow. Or not when Obama says it's going to grow. Or Maxine Waters says it's going to grow. But when you grow, you are 100% responsible for your life. The minute you take that responsibility and put it on somebody else, you lose. Because if you go up against somebody else who takes total responsibility in their own life, you will lose. You will come up against people who will smash you, who will shut you down, folks. I don't have not one degree, college degree, not one. And I beat out so many people with masters and doing IT work, getting contracts. Why is that? It's not about how much you sat and learned and sitting in somebody's class. It's about your will. It's about your will, folks. It's about taking responsibility for your life. It's about being hungry enough to want it more. It's not about whining, moaning, and groaning all the time because if you want to post about Donald Trump. So what? He has his agenda. Develop your own. He put his pants on just like you do. The same way, leg at a time. Thank you, Sandy. Pants, leg at a time. And if you're a female, you put your pants on the same way. If you're a female and you're wearing pants, you put them on a leg at a time. So I'm saying this, folks, because the universe doesn't care whether you're male or female. The universe doesn't care what your agenda is in terms of the political agenda. It doesn't care about your race. The universe doesn't care about your religious beliefs. The universe only operates on energy. Only energy. So get rid of the gray areas. Life is about black and white because the universe operates in black and white. Align yourself up with the universe and be centered. Align yourself up with the natural laws of the universe, starting with the law of vibration. I know this stuff, man. I haven't quite mastered it, but I'm good at it. Nobody can take that. Even if you try to debate it, I will crush it. You can't do that. And this is me, folks. I'm the person to tell you, you don't have a life because you are life. You and I are proof that the universe is conscious of itself. See, that's a lot of different knowledge that people just haven't been exposed to. But you need to be. You need to pick up a book. You need to start reading. It's the reason why 3% of the population is earning 90% of all the income, while 97% of the population is fighting over 3% of the income. There's a reason for that. One group understands the natural laws of the universe while the others don't. And I'm not talking about those who got rich unethically. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about self-made people who grind hard and worked hard and got what they wanted to get in life. You have the same ability. So if you want to keep whining, I suggest that you go down to the next store, whether it's Giant, Safeway, Publix, Winn-Dixie, all these shoppers. Get you a block of cheese to go over your damn wine. That's all I got for you, folks. I got to get ready to get some things rocking today. I'm working on my website for the upcoming event. The Wealth Summit Tours is coming up in D.C. October the 27th. We're bringing Lisa Nichols up there, folks. Woo! So get ready, folks. We're coming to D.C. October 27th, so I'm still doing some work with that. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I hope to get back on live with you tomorrow, as my schedule is very tight these days. So I try to get on as much as I can. As soon as I think about you guys, I come out and try to go live with you. That's right, Liz Lopez. A block of cheese. And hey, Shawnee Cotton, see this video again, folks. Take a look at the video again. Don't get mad at what I'm saying. Before you get mad, study what I shared with you guys. Google it, do whatever you need to do. Meditate or whatever. Let it sink in. It'll all come to you. It'll make sense. But you got to study. You got to read. So take a look at that information, folks. Don't get mad at me. Don't delete me. Study it first. And if you find that, and once you find that what I'm telling you is true, then you're going to have to delete the universe if you still want to get mad. So, with that being said, I want you guys to do me one last huge favor. Oh, please share the video, folks. Share the video. Even if it's not for you, I'm sure you know somebody that this can be helpful to. All right? If you can post Donald Trump all day because you hate him, I'm sure you can post me just one time if you love me. Come on, folks. Keep it 100. All right? So with that being said, sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So peace and blessings, folks. And stop that damn texting and driving. Take care. Brother Hassan, what's up, Hassan? Check me out, man. Check the video out, brother, and then share it. Talk to y'all soon.